Hey, what's up guys? This is Anthony from Anthony's Customs, and for this video we're going to be doing kind of a collection update for my Spider-Man figures. Now this isn't going to include any of the villains other than the symbiotes just because there are a lot of them and I don't have any room for them. It's probably another 50% of what you see here I have in villains also, so I just can't fit them. So we're just going to run through all of these guys, and maybe you'll see something you didn't know about and you'll be able to look for it and add it to your collection, or maybe you'll just see some things you think are cool. I don't know. So I'm not going to go through every single figure just because there are so many. Or maybe I should. Yeah, what the heck. We'll go through all of them. So the first one is the the original movie, Magnetic Hands Spider-Man. It's not the best figure by any means. I don't even know how I ended up with it. But it looks kind of cool, and so I just kept it because it's not worth selling. Then we have the Andrew Garfield one. This is obviously the exclusive one with the unmasked head. It comes with the masked head also. It's also not a very good figure, but I figured what the heck, might as well get it. Back here we have the first appearance Spider-Man that comes with his little webbing cape. Probably my least liked look for Spider-Man, but it's not a horrible figure and I thought it would be nice to add to the collection. This one up here is the Amazing Spider-Man 2 Spider-Man, which is very comic inspired, so it's a pretty cool figure. When it came out I thought it was really good, but we've since had some really nice Spider-Man figures, so I actually think there are better ones available, which leads me to this one right here, which is the newer comic style Spider-Man, which very similar figure, just more comic-y and better engineering. So that's a really solid Spider-Man. That's the pizza Spider-Man if you're curious, the one that comes with the pizza and the half unmasked head. That's that one. Back here we have the Urban Legends Spider-Man and the metallic light blue repaint of the same figure. Not a very good Spider-Man unless you want one that looks very similar to the 90s cartoon. I really wouldn't suggest getting it. It's not very good. Over here, I don't even know what this one is with the crazy eyes. It's okay, but it's not a very good figure. I mean, it's an okay look, I guess, but it's not a very good figure at all. In the back here, we have the two different Spider-Sense Spider-Mans. We have the darker one and then the lighter one on this side. And I guess their eyes lit up. I don't know, I bought them loose just because I got them for super cheap and they look kind of cool. It's a kind of a nice slim look for Spider-Man, but they do have those clear eyes, so it's not the best situation. Up front we have the Snapshot Spider-Man, which is regarded as one of the better Spider-Man figures. I do really like this one. He's got that nice light blue, which you don't see anywhere else really, so that's pretty cool. Unfortunately, he has that really bulbous design, which is also shared by this one, which is the Sinister Six box set Spider-Man. I always get the Sinister Six and the Fearsome Foe set confused, so if I'm wrong I apologize, but I'm almost positive that's the Sinister Six. Either way, they're really good Spider-Man figures. They're just really bulbous, so some people don't care for them too much. Up front here we have the Fearsome Foes, or Sinister Six, which I'm pretty sure this one is the Fearsome Foes, which shares the same body as the McFarlane figure, just with a different head and obviously a different paint job. Again, it's a solid figure. It's not my favorite, but a lot of people really like this one, so if you are looking to get one, try to get a good deal, but you probably won't. And then we have the McFarlane Spider-Man, which is the same body as the Fearsome Foes, just with the McFarlane head and the darker blue paint and without the webbing on him, like in the armpit area. So this is a really good figure, and I still think this one wins out as my overall favorite. But there are, like I said, some contenders with the newer figures. They're doing a really good job lately on the Spider-Mans. Spider-Men? Spider-Mans, I don't know. And then this one is the black and red version of the McFarlane Spider-Man, which was super cheap for a while, but now has since gone up, so good luck trying to find one for a good price. If you like black and red, that looks like a classic Spider-Man, that's really your only good option. Back here we have the Hasbro Black Suit Spider-Man, which is a pretty lousy figure, but it's the only Black Suit Spider-Man I have, so he has to go in the collection. I need to get the Toy Biz one, or I need them to make a new one. That would be ideal. Here we have the Ben Reilly Spider-Man from a long time ago, which looks really bad. Very bad, especially in comparison to the new one, which we just got, which is a really nice figure. Maybe one of my favorites. I really like the composition of this guy, despite the few flaws he has. It's a really cool figure. Here we have the Hooded Scarlet Spider. I don't have the original one that they made. I really need to pick one up at some point, but this is a pretty solid figure. I do like it a lot. It's not the best design, but it's pretty well done, so I would recommend it. Here we have the blue and red version of the Cyborg Spider-Man. There is a gray and red version also. I thought I had it, but I couldn't find it to put it in this video, so I apologize for that. But it's a cool figure, pretty limited articulation, but still it's really unique, so I thought it would be a nice figure to have in the collection. Right here we have the Miles Morales Spider-Man, which I really just don't like that design for Spidey. The all black and red just doesn't do it for me. So, and it's not a very good figure. It's one of those like offshoot lines, so I don't really recommend it. Here we have the Superior Spider-Man, which is the better black and red version of Spider-Man, I think. Still not my favorite look for him. It's a fine figure. It's got the same body parts as the Pizza Spidey for the most part, so it's a good one. It's just not my favorite design. This, I believe, is like a new version of the Scarlet Spider, I guess. Is that what they call him? I'm not even sure. There's so many whacked out Spider-Man storylines right now, it's hard to keep track. But I think that's what it is, and it's just basically another repaint of the Big Time or the Future Foundation Spider-Man. So if you like red and black, that's the one to get. If you like green and black, this is the one to get. Same exact figure otherwise. Same thing for this one. If you like white and black, you can get this one. And then up here, we have the 2099 Spider-Man, which is the newer version. Very cool figure. I really like this one a lot with that metallic blue. I used to have the original one, but it's not a very good figure, so I sold it. Now I kind of wish I didn't. The original one is more along the lines of this figure, which is the Iron Spider-Man. I think there's 3, maybe 4 different versions of this guy with different molded plastics and different paint combinations. It's not a very good figure at all. It's very old and it shows. And that's kind of the same way the 2099 was. So I got rid of it, and this one I just happened to keep because it wasn't worth selling at the time. Back here we have the Man Spider, which is not a very good action figure in the sense that it can't pose very well at all, but it looks cool, so he's one that you probably want to add to your collection. This is the newest of the Spider-Woman figures, which is a very nice figure, especially in comparison to the older bunch. The older bunch is just really trash, and I'll show you one of those in a minute. But this one's really good, so you should get it. This is Spider-Girl. I believe that's May Parker, if memory serves. It's a really cool figure, and it goes nicely with the Ben Reilly Spider-Man, so that's a really cool figure. That's a nice set of figures to add to your collection. There goes Anti-Venom. Oh well. So there's May Parker, very cool figure. Spider-Gwen. By the way, reviews for these new ones are coming out very soon, and reviews for just about everything else are already up, so if you need to look into them, you should be able to find it on my channel. So that's a cool figure right there. Then we have the Spider-Woman. I'm not sure what version of that, which version of her. Guys, I'm not sleeping again, so I apologize. I don't know who that is underneath that mask. I can't remember, but it's Spider-Woman one way or another. Red and white outfit. Pretty cool looking. Spider-Hulk, super hard to come by these days, but a really nice figure to add to the collection. Can't pose it very well, but it's based on the Planet Hulk body. Not based on literally, but like similar design. So it's a really nice hulky Hulk figure, which is cool. Here we have Spider-Girl, which is... I can't remember which one that is anymore. Whatever. It's a Spider-Girl. And then here we have the really trashy black suit Spider-Woman. That's just a lousy, horrible piece of garbage figure. Don't buy it no matter what. Here we have the Superior Venom, which is not my favorite look for Venom at all. I guess he's supposed to be a lot thicker than this, so maybe that would have been better, but this figure as it is, not very good. I mean, it's technically okay, it's just ugly in my opinion. And then let me get this guy back here because he didn't want to stand up. He was standing fine for like 3.5 hours as I was setting everything up, and now, of course, he's not. So there's Anti-Venom built on the Hyperion body. Surprisingly looks pretty good for being on such a lousy mold, so that one's pretty cool. The other ones built on the Hyperion body aren't very good, so he stands out as being better than he should be. This is the Spider-Man Classics Venom with the button on his back. If you like the really hulky Venom, this is really your only option, so it's a pretty cool figure. He does come in a translucent version and in a lightning version. I don't have either of those to show you, unfortunately. Back here we have the Mac Gargan Venom, which is basically a dumbed-down version of the SMC Venom I just showed you. He's got less articulation, but generally the same look, very similar body parts, and obviously the scorpion tail, so that's kind of cool. This is the Fearsome Foes Venom. I want to say Sinister Six, but I'm pretty sure it's Fearsome Foes. Either way, he's the one that came in the box set, which was, at first, for a long time, regarded as a really good figure, but it's really showing its age on that saber-tooth mold. Not a very good figure, really. This is the Walgreens exclusive Agent Venom, which is built on like the Shield Agent, Captain America, various other figure body, which makes it pretty good. And he's got some nice molded parts. Very few really well done aspects on this guy, but a lot of decent stuff, so he's kind of a cool figure. This is the newest Venom, which is on the Hyperion body mold, which as you can see, just it doesn't look good. The head is not right, it sits on the body wrong, and it's very disappointing despite being the newest version of any Venom we have. Newest figure version anyway. You would have expected them to be really good, but they couldn't do it. And this is the Marvel Select Venom, which still remains the best looking Venom figure out of all of them by far. Unfortunately, it is Marvel Select, so it has very limited articulation without modification. But he has basically the perfect look for Venom, which is unfortunate that it's the only one we have. Down here is the most recent Carnage figure built on the Bucky Cap mold, which works pretty well for him, and I think it's a pretty nice figure. Up here we have the Marvel Select Carnage, which is not probably, for me it's way too tall, but still a really cool figure. Mine has basically no movement in the hips, unfortunately. I guess that's kind of a common issue with that guy, but otherwise, really cool, and has surprisingly decent range of motion, despite that glue problem with the hips, so it's a really cool figure. And then these three right here are some of the older Venom, or not Venom. Have I been saying Venom instead of Carnage? I hope not. Either way, you guys know who we're talking about. These are the older Carnage figures. I believe these are the only three versions. These two on the left right here have the same head and different paint. This guy has a whole new head and a different paint, but they all are basically the same, and they're all basically pretty lousy. So don't get them unless you really, really need to. Here we have the Spider Carnage figure, which is from the newest Spider-Man figure. You just get the alternate parts for him, so that's kind of cool. It works well enough. The body's a little thin for the head, so it stands out as being a little disproportionate, but it's still a kind of cool figure. And then lastly, we have the two Toxins. This is the newest one from Hasbro, which looks like trash. It's really, 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 really ugly, so don't buy it. And then this is the Toy Biz one, which is obviously not the same version. And it's okay. It's very unique looking, but it's still not a very good figure, so unfortunately, there's no good Toxin figure, so I don't know what to tell you. There's really no good option. Neither of those are good, but the Hasbro one is particularly bad. So there it is, guys. There are all of my Spider-Man and Symbiotes, and the Spider-Girls and Spider-Women's, women's, whatever you want to call them. If you guys would like me to do this same type of video for the villains, I can probably do that. It wouldn't be as long a video, but I would be able to do that if you guys want to. So let me know in the comment section below. Hope you found that interesting, and make sure you check out the reviews for these individual figures if you want to look them up. Check out my Marvel Legends playlist. Actually, yeah, just Marvel Legends. I haven't made a Spider-Man one yet. I need to do that. So there it is, guys. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so you can see my upcoming figure reviews, custom figures, and other good stuff. And in the meantime, keep collecting.